Hello and welcome back to another video with Dynamic Dune. First, we're going to start with customer buying criteria. In the customer buying criteria, I will discuss how you can make products that customers want to buy. So let's get started. Okay, for this part, for customer buying criteria, you will need two reports. Both of them, you can get them under reports on Capsim. So the first one is your Capsim courier report, and the other one is your industry conditions report. You'll need these two to figure out your customer buying criteria. Okay, after you open them, you will notice that in the industry conditions report, you have in here, this part says, it basically tells you what the customer buying criteria is and what each segment means. So basically here it says the segments are named for the customer's primary requirements and are called traditional, low-end, high-end, performance, and size. So for example, traditional, they have like average on everything almost. A low-end, that means that they are low price. High-end means high price with high quality. And here, low price with low quality. And then performance, you need to have high performance on your product, and size, you need to have low size on your product. So how does the customer buying criteria work? So for each segment, it is calculated differently. There are four parts. There's price, age, MTBF, and positioning. So if you go to the courier report in here and go scroll down all the way to traditional, for example, you will see here the four parts, which are age, price, ideal position, and reliability. So for age in customer buying, in traditional segment, you need you need an age around 2 years. So customers in the traditional segment want a product that is about 2 years old. And that means that they don't like very new products. They probably don't trust new products. And also they don't want very old products because they feel that probably the old products are cheap and not in good condition. So they don't want them. And then for price, the customers want a price between 20 and 30. Any price less than 20, they don't want any product priced less than 20, they don't want it. And any product priced more than 30, they also don't want it. So you need to price your product between 20 and 30. And when price shifts every round, it goes down by 50 cents. So you need to make sure to adjust your price every round. And then ideal position. So for your ideal position, this is basically where the specifications of the product. That's how the product is designed. The customers want a specific design. So they need a performance of 5.0 and a size of 15.0. And for the ideal position, we're gonna go in depth in a few minutes, but we will come back to that later. For reliability, it needs to be MTBF needs to be between 14,000 and 19,000. And so for the simulation's sake, so this is basically what the customers want, right? But for the simulation's sake, you want to be the same or higher than your competition. Because this is this goes with the importance. We will discuss it now. So, for example, age is the most important factor in traditional customer buying criteria. It has 47% importance. What that means is that if you get the ideal age, in traditional, 47% of customers will be happy, right? And they will buy your product. And then if you get your price correct, and you get like ideal price for them, for example, you have the cheapest price. If you have your cheapest price on all teams, you have 23% of customers who are willing to buy your product. And then if you have the ideal position, you have 21% of customers who want to buy your product. And then reliability, if you have the highest MTBF, you have 9% of customers who want to buy a product. Now, what I'm saying right now, I'm saying this in a way where, just to make you understand, it's not like 47% want to buy your product. It's not like that. It's more like how the customer buying criteria will be calculated. It will be this will affect the calculations for better. However, I like to look at it as, okay, 47% of will be willing to buy my product if I get the right age. That's another way of looking at it, but just to make it easier. Okay, so now that we know that these are the factors of customer buying criteria. If we know that these are the factors of customer buying criteria, that means that we know what customers want. Right now, that means at this moment, we can give customers what they want and they will buy it. So right now, it's all up to us and the competition that we put the age of our product correctly, like calculate the age correctly in a way where make it close to 2, not very far from 2, to get best age, better than competitors. And then price, we want to make sure that our price is kind of around our competitors, not too much lower than our competitors and not too much higher than our competitors, and that will make sure that we get a good rating for price. And then for ideal position, I will discuss it in a minute. And then reliability, we need to make sure that we have higher reliability than competitors to get that 9%. All right. So at the end of this part, which is the customer buying criteria, I want to discuss one more thing. Is that, remember, each segment has different customer buying criteria in terms of importance. So, for example, you see here, the most important thing in traditional segment is age, and then price as in second. If you go here to low end, price is number 1, and the importance is 53%. Price is very important in the low end segment. They want cheap prices. You see here, they want prices that are between 15 and 25. So you want to keep your product cheap in here, because if you want to sell, a lot, you want to keep your product cheaper than others, to have the best product. And age comes in second, you see. And you see here, age is not, they want, like in low end, they want old products, unlike in here, they want newer product, only 2 years, not like 7 years. And look, it's only 24% here, and their age is 47%. So yeah, you need to make sure, keep these in mind. You see here, high end, for example, the number 1 in the customer buying criteria is ideal position. and it is at 43% importance. So you need to make sure that you pay attention to the importance in here, and make sure that you do your best to satisfy each customers based on the customer buying criteria that they have and the importance, because each segment is cares about these things. So for example, if you have the highest priced product in the high end segment, it's not very important. Why? Because the importance of the price in here is only 9%. So if you have your product here at 39, your product priced as at 39, and all products are like around 35, it's not going to affect you a lot because it's only 9% importance. So it's not going to affect your sales a lot. Unlike low end segment, if you're selling your product at $24 and everyone is selling at $19, you're probably going to sell nothing because the importance is 53%. And it is very important for you to have a cheaper price so customers want to buy your product. Okay, this concludes the customer buying criteria, and I hope you understood this. And let's go to customer awareness and accessibility. What is drift? Each year, the segments drift the length of the hypotenuse of the triangle formed by customers' desire for smaller and faster products. Okay, that is kind of annoying to read, and I don't know why people write things like that. Like, they can just say it easily. Okay, so when we go to, okay,